The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the producers and the individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the staff of the Sun Prairie Media Center, its members or underwriters, the board members of the Media Center Commission, Charter Communications, TDS Telecom, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
And I'm Rachel Hanson. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us today. As you can see, I've got both of my little kiddos here today, and they are going to help. We've got a lot of really simple and really fun recipes planned for you guys today. We are getting ready because fall is coming. Believe it or not, summer went fast. We are going to get ready for some tailgating with some amazing nachos. We're going to start with that. You want to tell a joke? What do you want to say?
What do you call a cheese that's not yours?
What?
Nacho cheese. Nacho cheese.
Oh, we're going to make nacho cheese. That's a good one, Nolan.
Yeah.
And after we get our nachos put together, I'm going to show you some really, really great breakfast and lunch and snack and dessert ideas perfect for the busy school year. So to get started, we are going to get our cheese started. We are going to be using a brand new tool from Pampered Chef. This is our deluxe cooking blender, and we are going to be using it for a ton of our recipes today. But we're going to make our nacho cheese in here, and what's amazing is that it is going to cook the cheese for us because it's a cooking blender. So we're going to start out with just 2 cups of milk.
And it also cooks fast.
It does. The cheese does take a while, so we're going to add in a little bit of seasoning. You can do taco seasoning, Tex-Mex, Chipotle, whatever you prefer. Okay, we're going to add in a jalapeno. Now we've just seeded it and deveined it. Yep, we're just going to plop it in. All right, we're going to add that in. We're also going to add a little bit of garlic. So I'll add in some garlic. Now, of course, we're making a nacho cheese recipe today, but you could very easily switch up the flavors and turn this into a cheese fondue. You could make it a different flavored cheese. You can do all sorts of things with this. So we're going to put these first ingredients in here. Now the cheese is going to be made in a couple of stages, a couple parts here. So we're going to start out with this milk mixture. We're also going to add some salt and pepper. And we're going to put it in the blender stand and turn it to the, yep. We're going to put it in the stand here. We're going to turn it to the sauce setting and let it start doing its magic. Oh, you got to turn it the other way, bud. All right. And at some point, it's going to tell us to add. What we're going to do is we're going to add some roux. Roux is just using some butter and some flour, and just that's going to be our thickener when we're ready to go. Yes, dear?
Can I put this in?
Yep. You can put
I
a
want
little
to
salt
put
in.
some extra.
Nope, we're good with the salt. We're with the pepper. We're good with the pepper. All right, well, kids' recipe, they can do what they want, right? All right. I think that's pretty good. All right, thank you, guys. All right, so all we're going to do is we're going to set this right on top. Okay? We're going to go ahead and put our lid on. Now what's really cool is this will not start without that lid in place. It'll actually give us a little error, so we will not worry about messes everywhere. So we've got 8 different settings on here. We are just going to turn this to the sauce setting and press start. Okay? Now, when it's time to add, we're going to add that roux, like I mentioned. So, for the roux, all we have is a little bit of melted butter. It's 3 tablespoons of butter and 1/4 of a cup of flour. And yes, I have tried it. You can definitely use gluten-free flour if you want this recipe to be gluten-free.
Gluten-free flour?
I did. This is gluten-free. All right, so we're just going to mix that together. So it's just like I said, 3 tablespoons of melted butter, 1/4 of a cup of flour, and we're just going to mix that together until it's like a paste. All right? We'll set this aside. After we add this and it's heated up again, We'll add 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. It's just all chopped up in blocks, ready to go. We'll pulse that in and it'll be all ready. So we're just gonna let this do its thing. Isn't that awesome? It's gonna cook for us, so we don't need to stand at the stove and be stirring our cheese. Also on our nachos today, we're gonna be putting some chicken. So we're gonna use the quick cooker. Again, love having some easy hands-off recipes. So what we have in the inner pot, oh, well, we're making food. What we have in the inner pot right now is I just have 3 large chicken breasts. They're raw, ready to go. So we are going to add some onion, some garlic, and some salsa. And then we're just going to cut this in half. Now we're gonna make our own pico de gallo today. So we're gonna use half of the onion for that. And the other half will go in with our chicken. Now we're gonna chop everything up at the end. So I'm just gonna kind of roughly chop this onion and we're gonna throw it into the pot. Do you guys wanna throw it in? Now this is a simple recipe you can modify however you would like. Again, great place to use a homemade salsa because we're gonna add some salsa to this. You could definitely add some jalapeno if you want some spicier chicken. All right, so we've added some garlic, we've added some onion, and now we're just going to add some salsa. It can be any kind of salsa you'd like. Don't even need the whole jar, just enough to kind of cover the chicken. Now, this salsa is going to act as our liquid. Remember, when we pressure cook, we need to have some liquid in there because that's what's going to create the steam and cook our food. And so in this recipe, the salsa counts as the liquid and we don't need to add anything else. So here we go, we've got our chicken, onion, garlic, and some salsa. It smells amazing already. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this in the quick cooker. We're gonna hit the chicken button and we're gonna let that do its thing. All right, we're gonna get started on our pico de gallo while our cheese and our chicken are cooking all by themselves over here. All right, we're gonna start by just taking the tops off those tomatoes. So we're gonna chop up our onion. We've got a little bowl. We're just gonna chop up our pico de gallo ingredients and we're going to throw it in the bowl and mix everything together. So the beauty, of course, is that you can get your foods chopped as coarsely or as finely as you would like with that food processor. Go ahead and dump your tomatoes in. All right, perfect. We're going to add a poblano pepper. So we're going to go ahead, cut the top off here, and of course the top. We just cut that in half and throw that in. Now those insides, take our scoop loop and get all of those seeds and veins out nice and quickly. These are the veins, those little pieces in there. All right, we're gonna roughly chop this, throw this in our manual food processor. All right, we're also gonna add some garlic, some fresh lime juice, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of cumin, just to give it some great flavor. And we'll add a little bit of salt. Salt really brings out the flavor in tomatoes. So you definitely want to add some. And then we're going to add a little bit of cilantro. Now remember the cilantro, those have nice, thin, tender stems. So when we're going to make salsa and other recipes that have cilantro in it, we don't need to really worry about pulling all the leaves off the stems. We can save ourselves a little bit of time. I just kind of trim a little bit in just like this. All right, so here we've got our cilantro, all finely chopped up, ready to go. We'll dump that in. Here, Nolan, can I borrow this, please? We'll get, I think we're done using the food processor for now, so we're going to get the rest of this out. We're going to add a little bit of sugar. I have just a half of a tablespoon, just a little bit to give it some sweetness.
That's sugar.
Yep. I don't even think I'm going to use this whole thing. Maybe like a fourth of a teaspoon. Sorry, fourth of a tablespoon. All right, let's bring this up here. Let's mix it together. Can I help?
I'll hold.
You want to hold the bowl for me? All right. So here is our fresh pico de gallo. What we're going to do is we're going to set some of our salsa aside, and then we're going to use this bowl to make up our guacamole. All right, so we've taken some of the salsa, some of the pico de gallo, set it aside. You'll notice that we left a little bit in the bowl, and that was on purpose. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some really quick and easy homemade guacamole. Now, so when you make guacamole, you add some tomato, some onion, some garlic. Did we add garlic? We may have forgotten the garlic. We add lime juice. We add cilantro. All the same things that are in salsa. So when you want to make, oh, hold on, stop. When you want to make a really quick and easy guacamole, all you need to do is mash up some avocado. Here you go, you can mash. And add some salsa. And of course, it's always better when it's homemade. Let's get this avocado off of this pit. Good stuff here. All right, so we're gonna mash this together. We're gonna go ahead and mix in that salsa. You guys, here, mash please. We're gonna mix in that salsa, and then we are gonna have guacamole that is ready to go. Now, when I make guacamole, I love to add some extra lime juice. Yes, there is some in the salsa, but the acidity from the lime juice will help make sure that your avocados don't turn brown as quickly as they might otherwise. They won't oxidize. So this is the mix and mash. You can see that we can use it to mix while we are mashing things up. This is going to be for our nachos. So we're going to put this.
Will I chop this?
There you go. Look at that. Quick and easy homemade guacamole.
I'm going to chop this right.
And we are going to go ahead and put this into a little bowl, and we're going to get ready to serve it with our little nacho bar in just a little bit. We've got our little mess cleaned up from our guacamole and our pico de gallo, and we're going to check on what we've got going on over here. We have 1 minute left on our chicken. So when the quick cooker is done, it'll beep and let us know. We're going to release the pressure, take that chicken out. We're actually just going to take the whole pot out so that I can show you guys. We're going to chop up all our chicken using the salad choppers. We'll chop up that chicken. Oh, there it is. All right. We're going to chop up the chicken with those salad choppers. It'll be nice and finely chopped. That's hot. And it'll be ready to go on our nachos.
Is it hot?
And pretty soon, we're getting really close to adding into our cheese sauce here. Isn't it nice that this is just mixing and cooking on its own? Haven't had to do anything with it. Yeah, you can help me with this. Just give me 1 second. We are going to get the chicken out. Check that out. Look at that nice, juicy chicken. So we're going to finally shred up our chicken. It'll be perfect to put on our nachos. As you can see, we can use these to just really quickly shred up all of that chicken.
Instead of using knives.
Yep. We don't have to take it out. We did not have to cut up raw meat on a cutting board. We don't have to take it out and worry about burning our fingers. Did you guys hear that beep?
Yeah.
That beep was our blender over here. So now it is at 174 degrees and it says add. So we're going to just take this little top off here and we're going to go ahead and add our roux that we made. So remember, this is just 3 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 of a cup of flour. If you make your roux right away as it's sitting, it might harden up a little bit just because that butter is going to cool. Totally okay. Just throw it back in the microwave for about 10 seconds. It will soften it up again and make it really easy to scoop out. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and put our roux right in here. Before you guys steal all the chicken, I'm going to get some ready for our nachos, okay? Okay, so here we go. We've got some chicken ready to go. I'm going to set this aside so we're ready. All right, so when your cheese gets up to temperature here, what we're going to do is it's going to beep at you, and it's time to add the cheese. So we're going to add that 8 ounces of cubed cheddar cheese. And then we're going to just turn on custom blend to number 3. And we are going to blend for 1 minute. So right now, all of our cheese is melting. It's mixing in. It's going to be 1 minute, and then it's all going to be done. We're going to pour a little bit into a bowl to serve with our nacho bar. And the rest we'll be able to put in the fridge for later. All right, we can go ahead and turn that off. Now the blender does have a nice handle at the bottom for lifting that pitcher off because it's heavy when it's full of soup and nacho cheese and all those goodies we're going to be making. Look at that, it's steaming. Have you ever seen a blender steam? I love it. All right, so here we go. So here's our homemade nacho cheese.
With butter.
So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this nacho cheese out of here so we can put it away. And then, you know what, I might let these guys assemble a little bit of a nacho bar here so that they can enjoy that while we get ready for the next part. Okay, so we have our cheese ready to go. Our nachos are ready. We're going to pull those out later. But before we move on, these guys are ready for breakfast, okay? We are getting ready to show you guys some really quick and easy recipes that you can make during busy school days. But first, our blender is dirty. So I have just 3 cups of water in here, a drop of dish soap, and guys, let me tell you, I told you, I'm in love with this thing. It has a heated wash cycle. So we're just gonna let it wash itself. My gosh, it's an appliance, it washes itself. It's gonna mix a little bit, And then it's going to wait. It's going to come up to temperature, heat up that water so that it's a nice heated wash. It will sanitize it for us. And while we're doing that, we are going to get ready for smoothies. We like to add in a banana, and we're going to add in some yogurt, some strawberries, which I'm going to get ready right now. And then I love sneaking in just a packet of the Carnation, like instant breakfast, the breakfast essentials. First of all, it gives the smoothie a nice chocolate flavor, which everybody loves. And then second, it adds just a little bit of protein, adds a few vitamins and minerals, just to give the smoothies a little extra boost. So we're going to put that in there. And while we're waiting for our blender to wash itself up, we're just going to get our strawberries all chopped and prepped. We don't need to chop them up much because they're going in the blender. We're just going to take the greens off.
Oh, you left.
There it goes. Look at that. It's cleaning itself. Came up to 140 degrees. And it's just going to wash itself for 2 minutes, 15 seconds. We'll just dump out the soapy water, rinse it out, and we're good to go. Yeah, just 2 minutes. We'll just dump it out, rinse it out, and be ready for our smoothies. Isn't that great? All right, guys, this is going to finish washing. We're going to rinse it out. We're going to be all ready. Are you ready for smoothies?
I don't have 3, 2, 1.
There it is. All right. Let me go dump out the soap, rinse it out. I'll be right back. So for our smoothies,
I'm gonna break it and throw it in.
yep, break the banana in half. We're going to add some yogurt. Now, the great thing about smoothies is there's no right or wrong way to make them. If you like a more frozen smoothie, adding frozen fruit or ice is a really good option.
Can I start putting straw?
Yeah, absolutely. Throw those strawberries in. Right now, we're just going to do some yogurt. You can use regular yogurt. You can use flavored yogurt, Greek yogurt. Our bananas, our strawberries,
Look at all that
chocolate.
powder.
And then,
Of course, our spoon, Jack.
oh, we'll get to that in just a second. We'll add just a little bit of milk so it's not too thick. All right. Add our top back on, the lid back on.
How much seconds?
Well, it's only about a minute. We just go to smoothie setting, and in 1 minute it'll be done. So, Jordan, can you grab the glasses right there? And just like that, smoothies are ready. So we'll go ahead and lift this off.
Boom.
Now, Nolan, you want to show everybody what you have to play with to use today?
Spoon straw.
Yeah, we have new metal spoon straws. All right, get your straw out for a second, please. Okay. So the spoon straws make drinking the slushie super fun. So there you go, guys. You can use your spoon straws, drink those up. All right, we're going to get this rinsed out, and then I have quite the treat for you guys. So we've got breakfast smoothies. Really great way to get some good fruits, some dairy, some protein into the kids first thing in the morning before they head off to school. But now we got to get ready for lunch, right?
Peanut butter. It's literally just peanuts.
That's right. It's just peanuts. So we're going to throw the peanuts in there. We're going to make homemade peanut butter. Now, the first time I made this, we used honey roasted peanuts, and oh my gosh, it was so good. But all you need is some peanuts and a little bit of salt. I got salted peanuts today, so we don't need to add anything. So we're going to go ahead and turn this on to our grind setting. 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and we're going to have homemade peanut butter. Doesn't that sound great? So I'm going to get this started. While it's going, we're going to get a couple of veggies ready to go, prepped, so that we can get lunch ready, right? Veggies. All right, here we go. Watch this magic happen. So while that's finishing up, we are going to get some veggies out and get those ready to go with lunch.
I'm taking my piece of soap.
And we're also going to get ready to use our peanut butter. All right, look at that. Peanut butter is ready. Aren't you excited? All right, so while the peanut butter was going, we just got some veggies ready to go. Let me tell you guys, when you use a crinkle cutter to cut up veggies, they're instantly more delicious, aren't they, Nolan? So we have some carrots and some cucumber and our celery. Now, Nolan's excited. We're going to put some peanut butter on the celery. And I'm going to introduce him to ants on a log. It was one of my favorite little treats when I was little. Now, what's really great about this homemade peanut butter is it is perfect if you are really watching the ingredients in your food. If you have allergies, you can make any kind of nut butters. You can make cashew, you can make almond, all sorts of butters. And look at how creamy that is. Now, the peanut butter It does heat up a bit as you are making it, just because of the friction of the nuts grinding up. So as it rests, it will thicken up a bit. It'll be more the consistency of peanut butter that you love. But what's fantastic is that it will not separate. So you'll always have it nice and creamy just the way that you like it. Now, if you like chunky peanut butter, really easy to pulse in some extra peanuts. Maybe that they're already chopped up, maybe with the food processor or the food chopper, and then you can just kind of throw them in, give it a quick pulse, and then you can have chunky peanut butter. All right, so now you'll notice that I have peanut butter on both slices of bread. That was intentional. I'm going to show you why in just a second here. Now, the other setting that this blender has that is unique to our cooking blender is that it has a jam setting as well. So you can actually make homemade jams and jellies for yourself also. So we're just going to take a little bit of this strawberry jam that we made earlier.
Can I have some Hanson with olive oil?
Yep, we'll get there in just a second. All right, and we're going to put just a little bit of jelly in the middle here. Now we have peanut butter on both slices of bread on purpose.
Slice it.
All right, because when you go to use your cut and seal, having peanut butter on both slices will help seal the bread together. So we just put this down, we rock back and forth.
And it seals it.
It seals it, and if your kids are the ones that love like those Uncrustable sandwiches, look at this.
Well, you have to eat the crust.
Well, it's always good to eat the crust because it's good for you. But look at that. We have a nice sealed up sandwich all ready to go. All right. So now let's get our ants on a log finished up. Here we've got our peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We've got some cucumber, some carrots, and then, Nolan, you ready? All right, Nolan. Ants on a log, you ready? You're eating some of the celery. So ants on a log look like this. You take some celery and some peanut butter.
Raisins.
And then, yeah, raisins. So we're going to put some peanut butter right on here. Absolutely love it. Now, our lunch needs a little bit of fruit. And so, Nolan, I'm going to need your help with this one. All right. This is something that we just love to do in our house. I know. Yeah, we're going to do apple magic. This is fun.
But
Get off the counter.
or remember the time we tricked Magic?
Stop.
Was it Bridget?
Yeah.
Mommy, I did
you
magic.
stop? Okay, can you stand up, please? All right, so this is a little something we call apple magic, and it's just really fun. We all know that apples are just way easier to eat if you already have them cut up and wedged. So we're going to use the apple wedger. Okay, wedge the apple. You go all the way down, push it around a little bit. Now, when you wedge your apple, do not flip it over and press your thumb through. That's how you cut yourself. Instead, grab your apple and pull up. Now, what we've learned is when you do this, your apple can stay all nicely put together. Now, this is great. If you want to take your apple, you can throw it in your lunchbox. This is easy to just...
do the apple magic.
Okay, just hold on. He's ready.
Hanson's ready.
You can throw a quick rubber band right around here and throw it in your lunchbox or in your lunch bag, and then your apple will be all sliced and ready to eat, but it won't turn brown because it's all nicely put together. So that's a little trick, or throw it in a Ziploc bag.
That goes like this.
Or you can take the core out and you can fill it with some peanut butter so you have the peanut butter all ready to go with your apple. But here's what we like to do. See this apple all nicely put together? 1, 2, 3, hi-ya! Ah, and he chops it up with his hand. Super simple. Well, we will do that for the next one, all right? And then we'll put a little bit of fresh peanut butter on the side for dipping those apples in. All right, so now, tie your apron. Now we've got a really quick and easy lunch. Look at this. We've got some fun veggies. We've got a fun sandwich, some fun fruit, just a little bit of everything. These are all simple things that you can have prepped and ready to go. You know, you can even slice up that apple the night before, right? Throw that rubber band around it, throw it in the fridge, and it's all ready to go the next morning to throw in the lunchbox to send off to school. And these little sandwiches, you can freeze them. You know, you can make a whole bunch, throw them in little Ziploc bags, and throw them in the freezer so they're ready to grab and throw it in the lunchboxes in the morning as well. So, Nolan, this is for you. I'm going to let you go ahead and go and eat that. And you can enjoy your lunch.
But I didn't want the raisin.
That's okay, you can give that to your brother. All right, friends, I know we have shown you so many fun things today, but let me tell you, the end of the day would not be complete without a little dessert. Now, this is a little happy accident that I came across. The first time I made that peanut butter, you scrape out as much as you can, but man, there's a little bit left. So whenever I make peanut butter, this is what I do next. Get your fingers out of there. All right, we're gonna take a scoop or two of ice cream. Few more seconds and then we'll have a milkshake. We used a little almond milk. Milkshakes are done. All right.
Done.
Go ahead and hit cancel.
This is gluten-free.
It is gluten-free.
I want to
All right.
eat it.
Now this one probably could use a little more ice cream. It's more of a smoothie than a thick milkshake. But oh my gosh, look at that. It filled my glass perfectly. So, like I said, after making peanut butter, this is your sweet treat.
Can I try a little bit of it?
Yeah, hold on. This is that sweet treat to clean out that blender.
Oh.
And enjoy a little extra something special. All right, well guys, it's been a busy day, hasn't it?
Exhausting.
Exhausting. We started out by throwing in our blender all the ingredients for our homemade nacho cheese. We threw our chicken into the quick cooker, let that cook, and while that happened, we made our homemade pico de gallo and used some of that for homemade guacamole. We've got some sour cream out, and look at these amazing little nachos that we've got. This is Nolan's plate. And we've got plenty of leftovers to make more again later. Then we looked at some back-to-school breakfast, lunch, and snacks. So Nolan's still working on his smoothie, strawberries, bananas, yogurt, whatever you want to put in there.
These might be easy to pack up in little bowls.
We could put them in bowls. You can make smoothie bowls. I showed you guys how to make a great peanut butter and jelly sandwich with homemade peanut butter, homemade jelly, some fun crinkle veggies. They're way more fun to eat. And of course, a little apple magic. And then don't forget at the end, cleaning up that blender after making peanut butter. A little milkshake for you after all that hard work, right? Well, thank you guys for joining us today. And I want to thank Sunshine Supper for letting us use their amazing kitchen as always. For those of you who are local in Sun Prairie, come on out on a Monday night for a free dinner. And if you would like any more information, these recipes, these products, anything else, you can go ahead and go to pamperedchef.com. You can search for me, Rachel Hanson, or your local Pampered Chef consultant. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next time.